Hello, well, it's me, BradenSlace43, and I'm back at you with another video, and today we are going to recap our 2022 journey. 2022 is only 12 hours away from being done for me, and it's probably done for some of the world as we speak. So, yeah, we are going to... Basically, I'm looking at my channel, you just see my face. It looks more professional than me holding my phone, because I'm actually using my laptop to record this time, and OBS, so it looks more professional. And then I can use my channel, as like a reference because it's in the background. I'm looking at my channel. But yeah, it's 2022 is over pretty much, and I'm looking forward to 2023. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do a lot of things. Hopefully, I don't quit the game, but I love playing it, and hopefully, yeah, it's uh it's gonna be a great year. But more about that tomorrow when I do my goals and uh, this other stuff. But yeah, so as always, thank you guys so much for watching, even though there's like 5 viewers that watch me. Still, it's good that I enjoy doing this. It doesn't feel like a chore, so I don't mind. I mean, it is a little upsetting that I only get like 5 people that watch me. I miss like everyone else watching doesn't watch me anymore, or just moved on from GD. So, but there's still people that are out there watching, and I appreciate you for doing that. So, basically, the first thing I did in 2022 was I beat Crimson Clutter, and uh, I beat it on the second, and it was very fun. And then, of course, at the beginning of the year, I said I was going to do a new demon list and like a lot of extremes. I didn't. I felt like that was too much, and I wanted to try other levels still. So, yeah. Uh, so I beat Crimson Clutter on the second, and I fluked it from 54. So that was nice. I don't even know where the video is. Oh, there it is. Because I was a little off track back then. But, yeah, we beat Blade of Justice. I mean, not Blade of Justice. That was the last thing we did last year. A year ago. Uh-uh. But, yeah. And then after we beat Crimson Clutter, we started with my 20th extreme. Well, actually, I think 19th, actually. Phobos. And, Phobos was... It took me 12 days. I got 67 on the third day, so I thought I was going to beat it in like a week. And then I got 78 on the 8th, and then it took me until the 14th to beat it, which was really sad. That was my first extreme of that year. But yeah. And then I finally beat Phobos, and then I set out to learn Digital Descent the next day, and I beat Astronaut 13 and Sine Waves on the 15th. And then I learned Digital Descent. I did all parts, and it wouldn't be until February when I start that, but more about that later. Uh, but, yeah. I beat Phobos on the 14th. It was not the best thing I've played, but it was still an experience. In fact, I've even lost my mind playing that, but we don't talk about that. Uh, so after that, I did Deadlocked V2, and which I didn't record, and then I did Breakout. I started Breakout, and that only took me 4 days, with one day where I didn't play. And to be honest, I don't really like Breakout that much, but I did fluke it from 54, so it wasn't a bad experience for me. So it was pretty fun. Uh, but then after Breakout, I did the Janus Miracle, which is my least favorite insane demon in the game. I don't even know where that video is. I think it is here. Do I have it? Can't seem to find the video where I beat the Janus Miracle. Huh. Um. Breakout, and then after Breakout, I did the Hell Factory, which is. Then after that, I did Classic, and then St. Naaman, and then THF. And THF took me 2 weeks. I got some progress. I don't remember much about it. But I got 78 on the 29th, and it took me a week. At the beginning of 2022, I'd have like a mind block whenever I had 78% on a level, which is weird because then after I progressed through that, I would be fine. But yeah, that was it for that. I got 78, and then I got 79 4 minutes before I beat THF. THF was funny. It was not the best level though, but it was nice. Then the next day I did Future Circles, and then on the 5th of February I started Digital Descent, which was my second hardest demon still. So yeah, we're getting into that era where I beat that a year ago, and it's still my second hardest, and that's really sad. But I'm gonna work on that more, hopefully. Trust me, I want to. But so it started off on the first hour. I got 43, but it took me another 4 weeks. It took me 4 weeks, 3 weeks to beat Digital Descent. I got 50 on day 2, the 6th, 61 on the 6th, 49 to 100. I think that, let me see. I don't know. I think it was on February 7th. If I remember. 42 to 100, I remember getting unlucky, and then I did that run again. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Then I did that run again. On the 10th, I think. 76 was on the 15th. So, took a break because I was kind of having some stuff going on. But then I did some stuff on 60 hertz. I beat 1929 and ACU on 60. Try to do one extreme a year on 60. So. Oh, there's my Janus Miracle. And then there's some other stuff. And then I got 80 on the 21st. And that's when I started making progress, picking up again. 81 and 92 on the 23rd. Didn't make any progress on the 22nd. 96, 97, my bad. 96, 97 on the 20, on the day I beat it. And then after 54 fails, 68 plus, I beat Digital Descent on the 26th. And then after that, I made this thing that basically became relevant. I made like a map of levels instead of a demon list. I make a map of like 15 levels to beat. I've done 3 maps so far. I'm working on my 4th one right now. But basically I did Kaizo, which was a medium demon, and then Strike 3, a hard demon, which was pretty easy. And then I did F-It, which I deleted the video of. I think I fluked that from 67. And then I did and then I worked on Glide, and Glide took me a week to beat. I beat Glide on March 8th. It's funny because March 8th is when I beat Obscurum. It's a hard demon, 2020. And Necropolis, I don't like that level, in 2021. And now, Glide. And I'd recommend Glide. It's just really kind of boring to get consistent at, but it's consistent. And then Beetle. I beat Windy Circles, but I don't have a video for that. But Beetle was one of my favorite Insanes. Along with Mastermind and Hyperia Technia. Those are my favorite extremes of them now. But, yeah, Beetle was not fun. But Beetle was, one of the best levels I played. I don't know why I keep on mumbling random crap. I do that a lot. It's weird. But get over it. But yeah, I beat Beetle on the 9th. these headphones make me speak really loud, so I'm not used to it. So if I speak too loud in the video, my bad. Hold on. Okay. And then after I beat Beetle. Oh yeah, I forgot I beat Fusion as well. Not Fusion Z. That's coming later, but Fusion. And then I did Moment on March 11th. And Moment was something. I loved Moment. It's one of the best levels in the game. It only took me 2 days. I progressed through it so fast. It's so fun. But and then after Moment, I did a medium demon. I forgot the name. It was by Danson. And then I think it was called like Free or Up. I forgot. I'll have to look. But then I started Subterranean Animism on the 11th. I beat that on the 13th. And then I started my I forgot. Oh, 5th hardest as of now. 3rd hardest when I beat it. Subsonic. Subsonic took me pretty much the exact same time that THF did, but I think it was an extra day. Started on the 13th and I beat it on the 25th of March. I love Subsonic. It's such a great level with such a great song. Definitely would recommend. But yeah. And then I beat my first world, and then I made my second world. And then I did Toe 4 by Manix, an Insane Demon. Pretty fun. It was, it was nice. It's fun. But, then I did Kitty. On the 27th, just like Toe 4. And then I fluked Artificial Dream from 56. That's my biggest extreme fluke and probably always will be. I almost fluked one from 43, but I died at 93. Oh well. Sometimes that happens. My April Fool's video was just... Oh, I beat Sakupen Hell. So speaking of Sakupen Hell, I beat Blast Furnace, and then Frustration. Both pretty fun levels. And then Identity, another one. And then I started Sakupen Hell. And then dropped it a day later because I couldn't. And then instead of Sakupen Hell, big mistake, I did Prismatic Haze. And the good old P-Haze is not a good old P-Haze. It's really annoying, and so many choke points, and just overall not a good level. It's fun, though. I just think it has too many choke points, but it took me a long time. Sorry, I'm yawning a lot. I should probably... But I have to stay up until midnight. I'm staying up until midnight to do the countdown. And more about that at the end of the video. Prismatic Haze. I beat that. That took me 9 days to beat. I beat it on the 15th of April. And then after that, I did Matilda the Machine. Oh yeah, you could also say beat Optic Daydream too. That was fun. Okay, Brayden. Okay. So I beat Obelisk. That on that day too. I think I have a video. I do. Okay. And then after that, I did Matilda the Machine, not a good level. I did Fluke it from 70, though. And then I did Blue Marine, and fluked that from 26. It's a good level, just I think it took me way too long. But, I mean, I don't know. And then, Frontline. Didn't like that level because there's a choke point at 37 that just never got consistent for me. So it was just throwing darts until it worked. And then Spectrum Switch was the demon before trying to start Yata again, but that backfired horribly. Y'all don't know this, but April 22nd, I was going to start Yata, but I didn't start it, and then, of course, I was failing miserably, because at the time I was really busy. And I had a busy day, and then I just didn't want to start it. It felt unofficial. I like to have a live stream where I start my next artists. So, I felt like it wasn't time yet. But, I'll come back to Yata later. So then instead of Yata, I was like, I'm just gonna do more. I don't think I'm ready. So then, Longest Extreme Demon, Dark Odyssey. That took me another 9 days, just like Prismatic Haze, because it was long, and I just didn't want to play it much, because it was boring. But I beat that on May 4th. I think the second half is much better than the first half in Dark Odyssey, in my opinion. So then after Dark Odyssey, I beat Red. I don't have a video of that. And then I did Killbot. And Killbot took me 2 weeks to beat. 15 days. And then in the middle of my Killbot journey, I did Digital Descent tips and tricks. Doesn't have many views. None of my videos have many views. But, we're about to reach summer. Summer was epic, even though 1/3 of it was Yata. So I did Killbot. Let's see, let me see if I can remember. I finished learning on the 8th, trying to make progress, and I got 84, 83 on the 14th, and I just couldn't make progress for a week. And then I started making consistent progress once I got to the UFO, so basically the UFO was like the hardest part of Killbot for me, for a lot of people, but for me it's not, because people say that, oh, when you die to the UFO, you're like 50% through your Killbot journey. No, not for me. Personally, the day I got to the UFO, I got to the UFO 5 more times, and I beat it. It was so consistent and just such a good level. Not like the best, but it was really fun, and I'd recommend it if you want to get good at memory. But yeah. So then after Killbot, we hit Midori System and Altair the last week of my sophomore year. And then summer started. 2022 summer was great. I did a lot of cool stuff. I beat 5 or 6 extremes. I think I'll count. Hold on. It was 6. It was 6. Probably could have been more if Yata didn't take me that long, though. So during the summer, of course, the first day of summer, I beat Sequence by Wookie. And then I did Percipitance by, I forgot. Extravagon. And that only took me a day. Probably my quickest extreme. City Rush, a medium demon, SDLR nose, I flew to that from. I remember trying to get 44 to 100. Uh, that took me, or 47 to 100. It took me like all night to do that, and then I flew to from 66. And then I did dream travel. Yeah, we don't talk about that. I did not die 99 on dream travel. Totally did not. So then, Asmodeus. No. No, I don't like Asmodeus. So then, also during the Asmodeus era, I started playing on 360 FPS. Yeah, I did. I did not like it. Um, Gosh, my laptop fan is so loud. I didn't even notice that. So I got 79. I started playing on 360 FPS. I liked it. I still use it to this day. Just screen tearing, and that's it. Uh, yeah. I beat that on the 9th after I had 79 for the longest time just because I was busy. So, I don't like the pre-drop. And then I beat Reaper and Fluke from 56. Uh, and then, after that, I started to do low death. I dropped it. Not because it's bad, just because I didn't want to do it. It would take me a long time. And then instead of low death, I did Epsilon, which is a very good level. Even though Nepesta hates it a lot. But I like it a lot. It's hard. It's like very imbalanced. Slim Jim's part sucks, but everything else is really fun. And Drift's part is really hard. And Splash, I think, made that last part with the weird asymmetrical duel at the end. That just doesn't work. So, but it was still fun. I started that on the 13th, and I honestly could have beaten it quicker, but I was on vacation during that time, so I didn't play for. I played like a little bit when I was at my aunt's during free time, so I've been recording for like 22 minutes, so I should probably speed up. Do y'all really want to watch like a 44-minute video of me talking about random crap for an hour or for 44 minutes? Probably not, but if you're here, then hello. If you made it this far, like, I don't know, comment, Artificial Sin is the best level in the game. Comment that if you made it this far. Or actually care enough to watch this video. And then Turbo. So I beat Epsilon on the 22nd after coming back from vacation. And then I started Turbo, which I beat on the 24th. Oh yeah, I started playing Celeste then, too, after I beat Epsilon. Oh yeah, and Corrosive Flower. My hardest wave challenge, and probably always will be. And then I did my year anniversary bloodbath video. Sorry. I rebeat Bloodbath on my Bloodbath anniversary, which I was not expecting at all. I just wanted to get some, like, 2 runs. That's why I set low expectations for myself so I can exceed them and feel like a pro. But yeah, I rebeat Bloodbath. The room I beat Bloodbath in. Yeah. And then after that, I did Napalm. Fluke from 69. Unexpected. Then Audio Excursion. It's like ultraviolet, but like funny. Mastermind was fun. And then on July 2nd, I started my hardest demon, Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu was a long gauntlet for me. That is what took me 4 weeks. That's why I got confused with digital. It was a long month for me. So it started off consistent. I thought it would take me like 2 weeks to beat. I got 69 to 100 on day 1, 62 to 100 on day 2, the 3rd, 44 to 100 on day 3, the 4th. I got 23 on the 4th as well. 37 to 100 on, I think, the 5th, the 6th. 38 on, so connecting runs on the 7th. Unexpected run of 21 to 100 on the 8th. 51 on the 10th. I didn't make any progress on the 9th. 57 on the 11th. 57 for about 4 days until I got 75 on the 16th. That 47-minute practice run of Silent Club Step. The date was verified. 81 and 83 on the same day. I didn't make progress for 2 weeks almost. 10 days, 2 weeks. And then I beat Different Descent and the Colossus July 1st and 2nd, but I uploaded them later because I'm lazy. I beat the Demon and Shadow and 3- called Shadow Siege on the 26th. Very good level. I recommend 3-. It's just a lot to get used to, and it doesn't get updates. I heard the editor, or the person that made it, stopped updating it after adding a level editor, so that's a bummer. But I got 36 on the 28th, and then, on Yada, of course. And then on the 29th, I finally beat Yada on 360 Hz, and I was really upset about that. In fact, I wanted to re-beat it on 144, but that's not going to happen. I didn't want to go through that. I just wanted to pretend like I beat it, and I did. Just kind of upsettingly. But I got it. Yada was a very long and daunting experience for me. Just a lot of demotivation too. Just, It's one of those levels that you just don't want to play. But, I'm not gonna go over too much after Yada until, like, medium demon wise. But I did beat some easy and medium demons. And then I beat Swirling Fire on the 4th of August before I went back to school. Dupe, which was my last extreme of that year, that summer. I beat, and then Sadism and Jolt Wave on the 7th and 8th. And then I went back to school on August 10th. That wasn't fun. Our summers are really short. So we start school, like, we end school really, like, in May, and we start in August, which is kind of stupid. Like, my mom doesn't like that either. I think it's okay sometimes, but, like, sometimes it's like, ugh. Wish we could, like, go back in, like, September. But, I mean, it does get hot at the end of the year. But then I beat Level Up by the Hexagon Dashers on August 12th, right when I started school. I started and dropped Infernal Abyss for obvious reasons. And then I didn't really do anything after that. I tried to do Rash, but it ended off being really horrible. Bad decision. Don't play Rash. I will come back to it one day, though. Don't worry. But it just wasn't for me. So then I did Azurite, these 3 in critical mass, just easy and medium. And that, oh yeah, I beat Landect on the 29th. Or 30th, my bad. I died at 98 too. The Flawless. So then September started. I beat Azurite on the 2nd. And then I started and beat Purple Kingdom. And I fluked it from 26. But it gets better. Trust me, there's something that was way better than that. Twice as better. The Flawless on the 5th. It was fun, but forgettable. And then I started Reverie, and I also fluked that from 50. So that was the first level of the Ocular Miracle series I beat. I've beaten 3 of them. And then there's Faith on... So then after I beat Reverie on the 10th, I beat Faith on the 23rd. That was fun too. The dual wave sucks, but it gets consistent. And then I did 9 Theory. Oh yeah, Eternal Vehemence on the 11th. Then I started Faith. Faith was... oh yeah, on the Cybernetic Crescent ladder that I dropped now. But I will... More about Cybernetic Crescent later. And then I beat Inner after Faith 2 weeks later. There's another streak of easy and hard demons, I think. 9 Theory. That's all I remember. I forgot. No, I beat 9 Theory. Oh yeah, and the one level with the wave. Sweet Dreams and... Yeah, something else. But I beat Faith on the 23rd. And then I beat Innards on October 7th. On Aftermath Day. The same day I beat Aftermath. It was fun, but hard. And then I beat Eternal Vehemence. Wait, I already said that. I'm looking at my YouTube channel. It's like, I uploaded that right after I beat Innards. So. Oh yeah, my finger dash thing. Oh yeah, and then after that, I beat Diligence and finished off the Ocular Miracle series. 1 month of that. Super good levels. Maybe I might try to beat Ocular Miracle at some point. 13. And now this is the funny thing I was talking about earlier. I fluked 13 from 16%. The entire drop. And it's like on the Insane Demon list. So impressive. Probably my biggest fluke I've had in the game so far. Then I didn't upload for a bit. But I will say I beat another easy demon. Some more easy demons. And then so basically, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick up brass again, but I felt like I didn't want to do it at all. So then I made a poll, and I asked people at school too, what extreme should I do next? And it was Fusion Z, Dolos, 10th Circle, Mystic, and... I'm gonna check. I forgot. Shatter. That was it. I forgot about that. No one voted for that. But Fusion Z won the poll. There was like 7 that voted for it at school. So I did Fusion Z. And that was not a good idea. It was so boring and long. But I beat it on the 6th after dying at 99. On the 5th. But yeah, almost done, I promise. These recap videos just keep on getting longer and longer every year. And then I took a little bit of a break, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I beat Ice Cream. And then I took a break from beating stuff to wait. So basically, I started the Legacy List Roulette on the 13th. I started the idea. I made preparations so then I could wait until Thanksgiving break to start the roulette. But I started the roulette on November 18th, and I'm not going to go into detail about that other than the fact that I'll say there's some there were some road bumps in that. Like I'll cover uh Alphabot X for 26 was hard. Black Blizzard for 31 was pretty hard as well. Not fun. Took me 2 days. Uh, Shock Therapy for 34. That wasn't bad. That was actually pretty easy, but it's notable because it was a harder one. Uh, Hyper Paradox for 37 was hard. Singularity for 38. Uh, Marathon for 44. Glitch Memories for 47. And then 51 was Hateful Reflection. And now 53 is Low Death. So that'll be probably one of the first things I do in 2023. Because I haven't gotten that yet. But, so then during that, I beat Cyclone, which was my most recent extreme completion, and then did roulette for the rest of the year, and then now I'm trying to beat Dolos. Oh yeah, I beat Destination 19 too on Tuesday. But Dolos is now basically what I'm doing now, and that's my 2022 journey. Again, thank you guys so much for an amazing year. I enjoyed everything. Looking forward to 2023. Hopefully we'll talk about that later. And Cyclone was from when I rolled the wheel of extremes. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be of course I'll wake up as always. I'll do my New Year's countdown, but instead of doing I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm not going to be anywhere. I'm just going to be here at my grandma's alone in this room. Uh isn't that fun? I might just play Dolos to be honest all day. I'll react to the New Year's ball drop. I'll watch that. That's gonna be fun. And then I'll film me the first seconds of 2023, and it won't be delayed at all, or unexpected, or crazy. So I'll just be reacting to the clock on my computer, and be like, yay! So, and then tomorrow I'll make goals and epilogue or prelogue for 2023, like I always do. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'm going to stop the recording soon. But I hope you guys watch this long video, and have a good day.